Hi there, channel, and welcome to what I think will be a new series, and it will be a tour of the PNW. Hopefully, before the end of this series, we'll have a brand new sim and everything to check it all out in. But at the moment, I'm still using Prepared, and yeah, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, the first Orbx region to come out after the Australia region, and I think still one of the best Orbx regions. My wife is actually from the Pacific Northwest, so I've been doing a lot of flying here throughout the years because I just find it enticing. Today we're starting the tour off in Seiku, which is on the Olympic Peninsula. It's one of the airfields that Orbx have out here. I have a lot of them. I don't have everything, but I have a lot of them. And it's quite far away from everything else. It's in a really sort of remote area. Beautiful airfield. I just got it actually on the Steam sale. No, the Steam sale. I said the Orbx sale, the spring sale. So, and the Orbx PNW, Pacific Northwest region, I think compromises more or less an area that's a little bit like this. All of Vancouver Island here. Today, we're starting off out here on the tip. There's not that much south of it. There's the very famous freeware that everybody you see featured in like a million FSX and prepared videos. What's it called? Bauer. Not here. Bowerman, which is down on the west coast here. But otherwise, there isn't really anything on the west coast. Before they used to have. I don't remember who had forks, but someone had forks at some point. I don't remember what they were called. Were they called Lago? That was kind of a neat freeware. Freeware is a payware scenery. And we're flying in today through here. We're flying through over Port Angeles, which is kind of a big city out here. It's beautiful on the Olympic Peninsula. And we're flying to Diamond Point, which is this private airfield community kind of. So a lot of people live there and they have hangars instead of garages, and they fly out directly from their house pretty much. It's kind of a neat place. I've also been there in real life, and yeah, a friend of my wife's has a cabin down here on this point. Very cool. I don't know exactly what this tour would be like. I think instead of visiting everywhere in the sim in this area, I'll just visit a bunch of different locations. I think I might not even do it in sequence, but I also probably will. On the way there today, I think I'll also do a touch and go at the Squim Valley Airport, which is another scenery that I have from Orbx in the Pacific Northwest. It's a very cheap scenery. It's kind of nice. It's not as nice as the other two, I think, but it's nice. My wife is from Bellingham, so we might make our way up to Bellingham pretty soon. I'm thinking of buying the Riddles Bellingham scenery package. But so far it seems like there's a lot of reports of vast issues and having to disable scenery files and stuff, so I'm just holding off a little bit until all that sort of clears out. Seattle, of course, is a massive frame rate problem. It always has been. But it's a beautiful city to fly in over, and I'm actually really curious to see how that new cityscape from Gorgeuous will work out. I might even buy that when that comes out, so I might save Seattle for later until we have the Gorgeuous scenery design city scenery for Seattle. I'm hoping all of this will work in prepared version 4, which is another thing I'm kind of holding off on at the moment. Because I think that's gonna just be amazing. I'm just really interested in that. From what I've seen so far, Flight Sim World seems interesting, but not that great either. So yeah, Seiku. So Seiku is on the Olympic Peninsula. There's nothing much out here really, because it's all pretty much one big national park. But there are some communities along the coast, and this is one of them. I think this one is main industry out here is a big prison. We can't, I don't know if we'll see it or not, but we'll find out. I'm in, yeah, let's see what I'm in. I am in the A2A Piper Cherokee, which is a lovely little plane, lovely plane. And I love how it just, this is one of the parking spots that comes with the scenery. It's really great, kind of very immersive to sort of load up the sim and you're parked right between these two hangars, and everything tied up. I also love the sounds in this scenery. You really feel like you are in the middle of nature. which you are. Okay, let's get to this. I've loaded up the tanks. It's only myself here today. I think we'll keep it that way, where it's very difficult actually to land at Diamond Point. It's what I think is one of the more difficult airfields to fly into in the whole sim, because it's very narrow and it often has a bit of a crosswind. So we'll see today if we can make it work. Okay, so let's see if we can remember how this works. So we turn on the battery, prime the engine. It's been sitting a while. Switch on the tanks actually. It's very dark in here. Turn on the beacon. Magnetos. Correct the throttle. Make sure the parking brake's on. And we'll hold the starter. Need the engine a little bit since we're on the ground. And we're going to beat up between the radios. Turn in and get the weather.
Charlie, Whiskey, Sierra, Appa, airport information, Delta 1129, Zulu, weather, wind 274, at 9, visibility 10, sky condition, ceiling 5400, broken, temperature
system test okay.
Dew point 10, altimeter 3013, advise on initial contact you have information, Delta. Charlie, Whiskey, Sierra, Appa, airport information.
Okay, so the wind is coming in from the west. So we're gonna take a westerly takeoff, but we are heading east. I'd always forget to do this, but this time I won't. I need to line this up because the gyro will have shifted, so the magnetic compass is giving us a heading of 174, so we'll line this up also to 174. The gyro is in sync with the compass. In terms of navigation today, I was hoping to do this kind of VFR, but we have a pretty low ceiling, 5,000 feet, and the mountains here are kind of high. So let's see how we'll do this. If it gets too bad, I think what we'll do is we'll head for which airport should we head for if the weather gets too bad? We will head for Victoria, and 113.7 is the VOR there, so platoon that put that in. And also to get our heading here, which is roughly 80, we'll also follow this VR 112.2. So we'll start heading out 084 here. So that's the heading we'll follow, and this is kind of our second. We're kind of using it backwards, but it should be okay. It's okay. To get the cabin ventilation turned on here so that we don't fog up as we're doing. I'll turn on the beacons on, turn on the landing lights, and we'll taxi to the runway. Let's see here. I think we have to taxi down here and backtrack all the runway, so we'll taxi down to runway 26. Nice careful taxi here. It's kind of a joy to taxi this plane, I have to say, compared to the Cessnas or a lot of other planes. It's really handles really well on the ground. Get down there and we'll do a quick run up too, because this plane has been sitting around for a while. Lovely airport, really nice scenery, I have to say. Really like it. And I am taxiing way off, so I'm being very weird that I'm actually going the complete opposite direction of where I should be going. I should have taken off. So we'll have to backtrack again. That is very stupid of me. Let's see. Oh, that was stupid. I'll put down little flaps too. Make sure I set the trim, set it to neutral height. And try not to lose control of my plane as I taxi, which is always very embarrassing. Very nice. Well, you get an extra good look at the airport. It looks really good. I think the vegetation, everything here looks really good. I really recommend Seiku. It's very cute. It really feels like you're in a very sort of rural airport. Love little plain windsock there. Okay, here we go. Okay, I forgot to do the run up. Let's do the run up real quick. Brakes are worn. Yeah, maybe don't see it to work. Of course, there's no other. There's no prop sync or anything here to be done. We'll just do this full takeoff. 60 knots. 80 knots. Such an easy to fly aircraft. This really is quite lovely.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead.
So
Pull up.
what we'll do, we'll go in
Terrain
here,
ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
turn off that very annoying message So there's the Olympic National Park to our left. Let's retract the flaps and reach about 1,000 feet here, and we'll do a right turn over the Strait of Juan de Fuca. And I think we will try to go a little lower, because it seems like we are already getting into the fog layer, which is not a good thing. I heard Active Sky is working on a new version for prepared version 4, and I really hope that's kind of the abruptness of that is taken care of, because honestly it really does look like I have some clearance up to the clouds here, but it gives me that wind chill effect as soon as I step over some sort of arbitrary line that I can't really see depicted. That is one of the things I hope they fix. Yeah, so it's gonna be a low flight. Okay, that's the prison up there, I think. Should we fly over? Drop in some cakes with files. We'll come back on the power, bring us back to 26,000 RPM. Lean the engine ever so slightly. Yeah, okay. That may have been a mistake. So it's very important to keep an eye on your instruments. Obviously in real life you wouldn't let this happen to you, because you're not allowed to. But I think in the sim, if this happens to you because of the software being not as good as it should be, I honestly think this is, you just need to stay calm and make sort of slow, gradual movements. Keep your eye on the instruments. So I'm trying to drop a few hundred feet here without heading into a mountainside. So I picked a heading that I think will work. And yeah, trying to come out of the clouds without diving into the ground first. My trim is all the way forwards, getting a lot of lift. But yeah, as you could see there for a second or two, it's a very beautiful scenery package with kind of interesting features. I do like the prison and all that stuff. It's kind of a neat thing. Another thing I installed since last time is I installed the new add-on to the ship package. So I was thinking as we were going up the straits here, we'd try and check out and see what we would find along the road. There should be quite a few interesting ships in this area. It's of course, this is the shipping channel that all the boats coming in off the Pacific come through when they go to Vancouver and Seattle, which are huge shipping ports. So there's lots of boats and ship traffic here in real life, as well as in the sim. I'm really quite impressed with the shaking here. It's Very well done. I think I'll tune it down a little bit. And yeah. I have not checked out the community options much yet, to be honest with you, even though I was very, very curious of it. I think one thing I sort of don't like is that I have to search for the aircraft, and if I do this and I do search, and you have to, I don't know, I have to know what the other people search for, right? I don't like that. I just think it should recognize my model plane, you know, and I don't think it needs. I don't like the names. That you have to name your cameras like that. It's difficult to know what people are known for. I'd also like to just search for an entire view, you know, not just. Or entire view set for a camera, not just the individual cameras, which I guess you could, but this is neat though. Can you preview it? Oh, that's neat. That is very, very neat, actually. I did not see that before. That is cool. I think maybe you can go outside too, and no, you can't. Okay, let's check out these boats, these ships. Doing a very low flight here. Nice, you can even hear the sounds very nicely, and they fixed the wakes, which I'm very, very happy with. We're awfully low to the ground, aren't we? Let's put it to ultra as well, and we'll see if we can see some wave action. If I'm able to do this without crashing the sim, that would be a real benefit. Not looking good. I really need to learn how to stop messing with things, because it's too dangerous to mess with things during a flight. No change. A visible change anyway. We're coming in, the sun is coming in from the wrong part of this. It's directly behind us. So we're getting this very inky black water. Ah, cool. Seems that clouds are lifting slightly. We can turn into the area now with the approach channel here. What's going on around us? There should be quite a few planes in the area. I am running Ultimate Traffic 2. Still have not upgraded to Ultimate Traffic Live, mostly because I just know that when I do, I'm going to spend so much time updating it. So I'm holding off until prepared version 4. When that comes, I am going to do a clean install. Yes, you heard me. A clean install. I'm even thinking of like wiping my entire computer. Brand new operating system, everything clean, fresh. I recently got a hold of I'm a designer in real life, so I got a hold of a Mac, an iMac to have at home. I'm using that as my sort of personal computer right now, and I'm just using my PC for games and mostly for flight sim. That's what I spend most of my time doing on this PC, and I think I'm gonna make it a pure flight sim machine. Depending on I might even go ahead and just upgrade the whole thing. Just like put in a KB Lake processor and really just make it a pure flight sim beast. As beastly as I can make it. Anyways. But that's a little bit in the future. But then I will deal with the Ultimate Traffic Live, I think. I will install everything fresh, which I don't know, I'm very excited about the prospect of doing this. Everything is working very nicely, so I'm probably gonna regret it. But I really think I need a fresh start. I have so many sort of old config files and scenery things that I've taken care of and like saved up. Like I've saved all my old freeware that I downloaded and all this other stuff, and all the old AI, everything is in here, sort of clogging up the system. I do think I need to sort of start over. Of course I'm afraid of losing something vital, but I don't know, it's just kind of unmanageable at the moment. Oh, goodness knows what's going on right now. My frame rate is incredibly stuttery, as you can see. I think I got like 2 radio stations going in here. I never knew that that would cause so much trouble sort of frame rate wise, but I guess it did. Check out another ship. We have this one, and there was and then there's the one to our right, in front right here. There's the one to our left too, but that seemed more like something I've seen before. This one looks a little bit more unusual, even though, you know, they are not that different from each other, these ships. So up here, I think this would be Port Townsend, and up here is Hurricane Ridge, which is a really beautiful place you can drive your car to if you're in this neck of the woods. And it's very, very high up. It's a very high alpine road, very beautiful national park sort of vista. It's gorgeous. Just another container ship.
$500.
See a little bit of the waves here in the ultimate water quality. You can see the 3D effect that happens on the waves. How the water is actually given a 3D shape that's animated by the. I think the GPU does it. It's actually doesn't seem to play much of a strain. Plays much of a strain on my computer with the GTX 1070. I say as everything freezes. I get these. I don't know if you've been watching my channel, you see my frame rate issues are mostly stutter related, which I think has to do with the CPU and the scene reloading. Most of it. So you see when I come into big populated areas like this. So yeah, this is Port Townsend, which is yeah, cute enough town. It's got the Dungeness spit going out of it, out from it, which is this huge, long sort of spit of land. It's also a state park, I think. You can go visit and hike up and down. It's actually quite long, so takes a long time. Only been here once, and we brought a dog, and the dogs weren't allowed, sadly, so we couldn't really go out. But it's neat. The state park also sort of goes along the coast here, so you can go along the bluffs instead, which is what we did with the dog. I think the dogs aren't allowed down here because there's so many birds. Yeah, so here's, I think this is actually an Orbx. It's an Orbx. This is Port Townsend Airport. It's Orbx enhanced. It's pretty nice. I've flown in here before, but we're not going to do that today. We're flying just around it. And there's also an airport out at the spit, which kind of bothers me because I don't think there is in real life. And if there is, it's not this big thing that they have in here. I don't know why they have this. If anyone knows if this actually is the case, then please let me know. As I just told you, I haven't actually been out at the spit, but I don't think this is accurate. There's no airport like this. There's a lighthouse out there that you can stay and camp at. So this is Dungeness Spit. So this would be Squim Valley in here. I bought this airport about like half a year ago, I think, or a year ago even, and I think I've only been here once. So it'll be nice to sort of come back. So Squim Valley is in here. The thing that I liked about the scenery was that there was balloons, which is kind of neat. Oh, yeah, you can see the balloons over here. Squim Valley's over here, and then Diamond Point's out there, I think. So we'll see what we can find. Beautiful. It's nice now that the sun's out a little bit. You can see a little bit more of the scenery. Once again, lots of stutters. I do think the Pacific Northwest scenery pack is, I would definitely recommend buying it. Like if you're looking for somewhere with to fly GA, I think it's the best place to get. There's so many nice GA airports and they're so close, and you don't need to fly for a long time to enjoy the scenery. It's just beautiful, and it's got really varied terrain. It's got everything from desert to mountain to cities and roads. It's very good scenery pack. But the thing that is a problem is that it is quite system intensive. See here, I'm getting blurries, and it is VAS intensive too, and you can actually run into VAS issues. That said, with prepared 3.4, I'm actually think it's been greatly put. Oh, you know what? Here's the spit. That is Dungeness spit out there. Not what I was talking about. This is Dungeness spit. You see how long it is? Ah, well, that explains everything. I was wrong. But yeah, it is systems intensive, and you get slowdowns, and yeah, you can get into some problems with your computer flying in this region. Squim Valley. Okay, so what we'll do is let's get the weather here and we'll find out what runway to land at, and we'll do a touch and go.
Kilo 9-6 Sierra airport information. Foxtrot 115 Zulu weather wind 248 at 3 visibility 10 sky condition ceiling 4200 broken ceiling 5400 broken ceiling 7900 broken temperature 11 dew point 7 altimeter 3014 advise on condition contact your information. Foxtrot Kilo 9-6 Sierra airport information. Foxtrot 1.
Okay, so we're runway 24, so that's basically back where we came from. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do, I think it's called a teardrop approach, where you sort of go over the airport like this. And you go up a little bit, and then you do like you circle back to land the plane. So yeah, select runway for landing. We are going in for runway 27 left, and we are going to do a touch and go, and we are downwind. Keep dropping the speed here. Trimming. So we get into the right arch. I'm gonna get a notch of flaps out, and we're gonna start our turn. Get another notch of flaps out too, to make it a little easier for ourselves. Turn the landing lights back on. Yeah. Maybe a little early to say final, but you know, whatever. It's quite a nice little airport, this too, actually. It is quite pretty. Very idyllic. Nice setting. And I love the balloon. It's a very neat touch.
500.
It's got a fun sort of, I think it also has a grass strip over here that you can land at. So it's kind of like a neat little thing. That's one thing I wish they would able to update in the next version of whatever it would be, the field physics, but I don't doubt they'll, Lockheed Martin's going to do that, since they're mostly do training for big for military stuff. I'm holding it, holding it, holding it. Nice. Knots and we're off. That was a nice little touch and go. Nice soft landing. Maybe we should check out this bit before we head up out to Diamond Point. Landing light can come off. So I wonder if this is like somehow the longest spit in North America or something like that. It's got some sort of longest title to it somewhere. And it is pretty long. I think they talk about how it takes like 3 hours to walk from here to here. Parking lots like up here. And you walk down bit of stairs for fee and you walk. It's basically an enormous beach. I wonder if it's even, is it photoreal? Yeah, I think it might be a low quality photoreal, this the textures for the spit. It's very neat. Of course it's littered with driftwood. And that sort of stuff. Neat, they even have water masks. Made it look good. Yeah, a lot faster to walk, or to fly than it is to walk. Yeah, there's the lighthouse on the tippy top there. I think also there's some wrecks along this bit. That looks like a cruise ship. That's kind of neat. And And there we have Diamond Point. Let's check out the cruise ship and then we'll turn in and go for Diamond Point. Yeah, so there's a bunch of things that I think I don't know, I'm really curious about Flight Sim World, but it just looks it looks really plain without the shader packs, the shader upgrades that we have to prepare. And I also think like things like the ship package, man, I would miss that. I'd miss that so much. Maybe it's easy to get that in there, but it also sounds like they're kind of like they are being very controlling as to what kind of content they let into their sim. So even if it does work, I'm not gonna trust that it keeps working. But it would be really great if they were to enable like Steam Workshop and stuff and make it all super automatic and great. But I don't know. There's a lot of skepticism about Dovetail, and to be honest, I kind of think rightfully so. Especially, I think Lockheed Martin kind of has the... who knows? I don't know, but a lot of us simmers are really sort of, we've been doing this for a while, right? And we're comfortable with this way of doing things, having a very open, tweakable platform that we can add and mess with. In a sense, I think I'd rather I want the platform to be the platform, and I really like Simstarter and these things. I wish Simstarter would be more of a, or what am I saying? I really like how FTX Central works. Really like that. I really like that sort of Steam idea that you buy something, it automatically installs an update. That is lovely, and I don't have to do much more than just press update and it updates. I wish we get that for Prepared, but I'd rather have that be a third-party program that did that than the program itself. And I am curious as to how sort of Dovetail aims to approach that. I wish Airsoft would come out with something like the FTX Central.
500.
So yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful ship. Huge. Oh, it's the Queen Mary too. Get a nice freeze here, right in the exactly when we wanted one. But yeah, it's the Queen Mary too. Very cool. Not as detailed as some of the other ships, but it still looks pretty good. Another container ship. Don't like these clouds, to be honest. Okay, so we're coming up on Diamond Point, which is out here, and well, we can double check the weather, but it seems to be on a westerly.
906 Sierra airport information. India 1159 Zulu weather wind 248 at 3 visibility 10 sky condition ceiling 4200 broken ceiling 5400 broken ceiling 7900 broken Falcon, temperature 11, dew point 7, altimeter 3014, advice on
Yeah, it's the same. So we'll be landing on the westerly runway. Diamond Point airstrip. And we will be landing runway 29. And it'll be full stop landing. And beautiful. Weather seems to clear up as we move inland there, but that's not where we're going. Over here is Jefferson County airstrip, which is another Orbx airstrip that I haven't bought. It looks really good though. It's got like a fun taxi layout. Lots of hangars and long taxiways, basically, long narrow taxiways. So I don't know, it could be kind of fun to get. But it's so close to this, and I don't know, I'm a little wary of getting too many airports in the same area up here because of the dings. But that said, I haven't really had OMs in P3D version 3.4 unless I just like up everything. So the LLD is set to 4.5 and the texture resolution set to 248. I'm seem to be doing quite well OM wise. So yeah, my wife's friend has a cabin down here on the beach. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, that's cool. It's probably Port Townsend over here, which is just a gorgeous place. Gorgeous, gorgeous town. Absolutely beautiful with like Victorian houses, and it's just really, really stunning. Really like it. I think this island here is called like Alert Island or something. It's kind of a neat, very sort of arid little island off the coast here. I think it's a Coast Guard station, or used to be at least. There's a little old military base on it. So, here we go. This is the airstrip. It's long, but it's really narrow. So you have to really be on point to land, to do a good job landing on that one. It is quite a challenge. I think with the senior package there's also another airport down here somewhere. It's more like an airfield. It's not that interesting, so we're not going to visit it, but it is there. Look at the mountains though, that looks great, doesn't it? Okay, so we are runway 29, so it's almost sort of like, yeah, opposite direction of what we're going. I'm gonna slow down and try and lose some altitude, maybe level off at around 1,000 feet. The airfield is not sea level, it's quite up a bit, so it's probably like 200 feet off the ground, something like that. Yeah, that's Port Townsend and some sort of mill. Very cool, huh? Pretty. Very nice scenery, guys. So yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's a great scenery package, but also it's just such a beautiful area. So like, how could they make it ugly? Okay, well, now it's base. So it should be directly to our right almost at this point, or that's the direction of the airfield. You can see it go in here. We're gonna land, we're gonna go across the road and then land. Okay, we can announce final and we'll try and do this. go ahead and go full flaps on this one because it's tough to nail this. Pretty good with the wind today though, I think so. It's coming in from the left. It should push us to the right, but it's not really doing it.
$500.
It's very it's so easy to modify the glide slope in this plane. You just need a slight touch of the throttle and it changes. So I want to go a little lower now to drop some more speed. I'm not quite happy with this approach actually. I feel like coming in too much of an angle. It's runway 29 and oh yay. Okay. I actually do want to see the instant replay of that. Even though that might crash everything. It's a really long float. Yeah, it probably felt a little worse than it actually was. But I don't like how how off the track I was. Let's see if it crashes on me. It often does when I land. Or when I do an instant replay. It does kind of seem like it did this time too. While we're waiting for it to sort of possibly get better. Yeah, stopped working. So yeah, thanks for watching us. I can't do anything about that crash, but I will keep doing this this series. I like flying in this area, and I think it's a great place to fly a little GA aircraft. I recently also bought, like, I own Friday Harbor, and I own East Sound, Gorgeuous, and Skagit, and I just today also bought Anacortes and a bunch of other ones like Darrington, not Israel's Farm, but Mears, Fall City. Kind of wish I had First Air, but then all the freeware as well, like Vashon and Bremerton and stuff like this. Anyways, there's a lot to check out in this area, and we'll continue to do that. Not sure if I'm gonna head too far up into Canada. It's very nice, but it kind of feels like a different. Things are further apart, and I don't have as much to look at there, so I think that's gonna be for a later stream. But anyway, thanks for watching today, and if you like what you see, you can like the video, you can subscribe or leave a comment, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.